Well, I'm pretty excited. That's because my Roterfaden Taschenbegleiters finally came in the mail. They came from Germany. It was a special order that I made. There are two of them in this box, actually. And I'm going to unbox them and walk through the first one, which is the SO20. This is the Taschenbegleiter SO20 in the format of B6, so that's the size. It's a leather light gray. It's got a suede dark gray on the inside. There's 3 pairs of clips. And it has an elastic enclosure. It's basically the strap that goes around it. It's also gray. And I have an engraving on it. So this is really cool. All right, so you can see here there's a sticker that came along with it. That's really neat. I will go ahead and keep that. I think there's one there too for the paper that kind of wraps around both of these notebook covers. And I will keep that one sticker there too. So I'm definitely going to hold on to that. Okay, so let's walk through this first one. As you can see here, it's wrapped in this nice pink paper. It's a little bit like a sort of like a wax paper, but you know, again, it's obviously to protect it during shipping, and they did a really good job with making sure that that was wrapped up all the way. Good job there. I'm gonna try to peel this off very carefully and see if I can't keep that sticker. Okay, and I'll put that off to the, I guess, to the side of the other part of the paper here so that I can peel it off later and put it in some notebook. All right, that's typically what I do with these stickers. Okay, so let's unwrap this entirely. Put that aside there. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, let's get the notebook cover out. Put this paper away. And how lovely is that, right? I had this also engraved with my logo. So this is the Chicago Creative Analog logo that you see on there. Let's take a little bit of a closer look at that too. Oh, in the back you have a logo that's by Roterfaden, made in Germany. 100% made in Germany, which is fantastic. It's really nice and smooth. Really like this notebook cover. That's lovely leather. They did a really good job with the engraving as well. You can see it's supposed to be sort of a Chicago flag, and then I've got a couple of different parts of my logo on there. You can see there's a bass clef, a fountain pen nib, a notebook, and a camera for my photography. A couple of the different passions that I have, which is what I'm sharing with you. So definitely glad to do that. All right, let's open this up. Oh yeah, that's such a lovely suede, gray suede leather that's on the inside. Really like that. You can see it comes with an insert with some instructions on what the materials are for all the different ones. A little bit about care as well. So this particular one is the leather. It's got a leather exterior, and on the inside it also has the suede, as I mentioned. And you can see here it's also got some recommendations on how you can care for it. A couple of different materials that you have to choose from for the outside of the notebook covers. And then, of course, on the back side, you have it in German. So that's really handy, too, if you know German. Okay, we'll put this aside. All right, now let's take a look at this. Yeah, again, I just can't get over how nice that suede leather is. All right, so you also have a little bit of leather there on the zipper. That's really nice. Oh, yeah, and that opens up really nice and buttery smooth. That's wonderful. I do like that. You can see you got a pouch there. You can put different things in there. And you also have the elastic band there that you use to close up the notebook cover when you're either traveling with it or if you're not using it, obviously. Yeah, this is wonderful. It's really nice. Great leather. Really nice sort of leather smell to it. I love that. Okay, you got a couple of pockets here on the left inside cover. You can see that there's a little bit of a cutout there too. I imagine that's for a pen, but I think it would have to be a short one. I've got my Caveco, so let's see if that fits in there. Yep, fits in there pretty good. It's a kind of a little bit of a thicker pen. It's not a real thin pen, so I don't know if that's going to be sort of in the way, either carrying it around or if it's going to, bulge out from the front. I don't know. I do have a Lilliput as well. Let's see if that one fits in there a little bit better. That's my thinnest pen, I believe. So yeah, you can kind of get that in there, but then when you have it in there, I don't have a clip with it, so I don't know how well that's going to hold. So let's see. I'll have to think about what I'm going to put in that little cutout there for that first pocket. Okay, So the thing that really makes these Roterfadens great are the clips. So the clips, they're sort of spring loaded. You can move them around. They pop out as well. This one has 3 pairs, so you can put 3 different inserts. You can have a loose leaf piece of paper. You can have a notebook or lists. Roterfaden also makes their lists, which are nice. They're sort of fold outs. But I did purchase a Roterfaden B6 sized notebook. It's a dot grid. So you can see that's what I have here. So that obviously will fit perfectly in this B6 size notebook cover. So let's open that up right in the middle there. And usually I try to find about the middle of the notebook if it's in the middle clip. Okay, right about there. Oh yeah, hear that? That's wonderful. That'll keep it in place. That's not going anywhere. Okay, and then we have the elastic band that goes around too, so you can go ahead and close that up. It'll keep it shut while you're traveling with the notebook. No issues there. I will say though that over time I can probably see how it might put a little bit of a indentation there in the leather, so I'm going to be careful of that. Just keep an eye on that as I travel around with it. But it seems very sturdy. It's really nice soft leather, but that's not going to go anywhere. And it's going to stay nice and shut. That's great. A couple of different colored bands, elastic bands that you can choose from too to kind of play around with the color. There's a blue and there's a red, and then the light gray one. That's the one that came with it. And you can see that there's a knot at the end of it there too. So that's sort of how you put that together. So let's open this back up. And like I said, you can put different kinds of inserts in there too. So if I go towards the back of this notebook, I can kind of feel you can feel the knot that's there from the elastic band. So that's not going to be the best when you try to write with that. I think that's probably going to get in the way, especially if you had something like if you wanted to draw lines with a ruler, that's obviously not going to work too well either. So I imagine what you might have to do then is you might have to pull that knot down from the inside of the zippered pocket that it's inside there. So let's do that. Let's pull that knot down and see if that makes any kind of a difference. Okay, so now we have the knot towards the bottom there. I'm going to try to open it up there. Okay, I can still feel the elastic band a little bit, but I think it'll work out just fine. This has been a really good unboxing experience. I really like this notebook cover. It's got really nice smooth leather. The logo turned out really well. I can't wait to use this for a while and use it as my everyday carry, and I will report back in a couple of weeks or so and let you know how it all turned out. Thanks for watching.